Jonathan, just talk about the emergence you've had this fall. You've been getting a lot of reps. Can you talk about what that experience is like?
Experience has been up and down, with Devin Dill being out, that's a great player, just, soaking up everything I can to learn from him, the things he's been out on the field, teaching me. Everybody know my first 2 years, I didn't see the field a lot, but, I still had some experience of going out there, making some plays when I was out there. So, I'm just grateful for the opportunity, being out there. Coach A, he's hard on us always, but, that's what you want to coach. So, just the emergence is just stepping up in my role. It's my junior year. It's no red shirts my junior year. So, it's ready the time for me to step up. I had that talk with the defense, the team, told them like moment of truth, it's time to step up. So, I've just been believing in that and just want to, come through for my team, come through for myself eventually.
With the scheme, and Coach said, we've seen you dropping back. I think you got a pick in the fall. Obviously, we always know you got the quarterback. Just how much more comfortable you are in this scheme in year two?
Well, it's always going to be more comfortable with that second year, being under Coach Ab for the second year. I told him in one of our meetings, I know his scheme, I know how he rolls, I know how the defense rolls, and I just know what he wants. So, I told him that it was going to be a big jump for me. I'm just glad that, like I said, it was the opportunity given to me. So I feel like it's just all upon me, and put it to effect and just keep working and keep building, my craft and just my confidence out here.
That stud position seems to be the one that Avalos really works with the most. What's it like knowing that the DC is so personally invested in that position group?
Sure, you get all the cheat codes, Coach Ab being the DC, I feel like I'm soaking up everything. I'm like a sponge in the media room. He's DC, he knows how everything works. So I'm knowing what the corners, safeties, to linebackers and the D tackles doing around me. I just get a feel for the whole defense, so I feel like that makes me play faster, but also help me play smarter and react faster. So with just him being in DC, I feel like it's just a bonus for me and the guys in the room.
How much have you had to kind of help Travis a little bit with him over there now?
Yeah, with him being that field side, and I know it's been a tough, journey for a switch, but, that's when duty calls, you got to come. So I feel like Travis, he's been preparing it well. Sometimes he do get frustrated, but, that's just all part of the game. He's still a young guy in my eyes. He has some experiences last year playing that field side end, but I feel like field side end and stud totally different because, you got the drops, you checking people, you checking tight ends, checking running backs, still getting after the quarterback. So I feel like, it still has some similarities, but it's very different in its own way. So I feel like with Trav, we need him to step up. He's going to step up. We believe in him. We just keep trusting him. It's going to be a process, but, we're just waiting on, D-Deal to come back, and we're just building this depth for the room.
Speaking of depth, it seems like you guys are deep at almost every position across the defense. What type of potential do you think the defense has overall?
I feel like the defense, man, we always been talking about dependable depth since the beginning of the summer workouts, and a lot of guys, feel like even our nickel room with Colin Jackson and Austin Joy, we feel like that's a great competition going on with them too, and just the corners, having a lot of them, coming back from injuries. But to say that if you really look at the corner room, it's a lot of transfers, a lot of guys depth. So I feel like with that, and then you got Nambi, Max Carroll, Caleb Moore in the middle, we could rotate those guys, and just the D-line personally, like Marcus Dill coming back from injury, you got Ansel, you got Tristan Johnson, and a lot of them dudes stepping up. So with just the dependable depth coach been talking about, we've been trying to work on keeping that, together, keeping that live, and just having the ones and twos on the same page, because you never know when your number get called.
Little over a week away, man, playing in front of all those eyes on Monday night. What's the excitement level for you right now?
Man, I'm just blessed, I just thank Father God for being here each and every day, being in this position. I left this program, was able to come back with open arms, so I just want to say I'm thankful for that. And just, me and my guys ready to go out, like I mentioned again, this moment of truth. We just ready to show the world, what we got. We ain't gonna say too much though, but we've been working. We just ready to show the world what we got on that Monday night with everybody watching.
When we talked to Sonny earlier this week, you were one of the guys he kind of highlighted as having a great fall camp. What does it mean to kind of get that recognition from the head coach?
I'm just glad my work is getting recognized. A lot of times I feel like, it's not getting recognized, but I always just, put my head down and keep working. I'm just finally glad. I'm not finally glad because I know everybody sees the work being put in. I know everybody talking, I know everybody watching, but, I'm just glad, Coach, seeing that work. It means a lot. I feel like my work is being paid off. I'm just grateful, like I said, for the opportunity just to come out here and just showcase my skills, to forward.